Anyway, right, let's get on to the Bellew of the week for episode 461. Feels like we're there already. Andy's here, so's Matty, so's Danny, so's Ozzy. We've had John Ryder, we've had Andy Clark on with us as well. We've had a laugh so far. Let it continue with Bellew of the week. We had a message straight afterwards on Monday. I can't remember who cut this, but thank you anyway. Someone was inquiring about Bellew of the week. They were close to winning, and they were wondering, this is slander. Didn't even know about Bellew of the week. Come on, Audley, you should know better than that.
Oh, Bellew of the week. What was that? Wait, somebody said you narrowly just missed out on Bellew of the week, mate. Was close. You and Bean. What Bean? Tell me more. What does that mean? I'm clueless what you're talking about, buddy. What does that mean? Share some insights with me. Bellew of the week. Hello. I just got to let you know.
Oh my God! How does he let poor Audley know he basically got nominated for Asshole of the Week and narrowly lost?
Between him and Bean.
Bean!
Oh man, good old Audley. Great stuff. Talking to Bean, Ricky Graville, recent super chatter of Dead Swan fame, sent this one to me during the week. Bean getting stuck in on some weighing action. Well, it'd be rude not to from old Bean.
I got playing Mike Tyson there, wasn't he, with the head movement?
Man, in some of those situations, you got to feel for those guys. Like the classic picture of Joe Rogan and Misha Tate. Have you seen the ass on Misha Tate? Like, that takes a lot of restraint to look away.
You're not blaming Bean then, Matty?
Yeah,
it's difficult, isn't it, in that situation?
He's a red-blooded male at the
but
end of the
no, actually, I'll blame him on making it so blatant that he is taking a look. Like, that's what looks bad. Like, Rogan was, like, doing everything in his power not to look, whereas Bean was doing everything in his power to look. So that's why it's bad. Like, you don't do it like that. It makes you look like scuzz. But, of course, we want to look, but you don't, like, dude, get the fuck out of my way. I'm trying to look at her ass. That's a bad look on him on that one. It's all about the how.
As Michael Thompson says, peak Bean, Andy, peak Bean.
Peak Bean, mate, aye. Just a pity to have the boat of ketchup with him as well, actually. Gave that a wee shaking off,
Shout out to Danny Young on the pod. Getting the old credit card out, phoning a fiver, class guest tonight, and a fiver from me to nominate myself for Bellew of the Week after my £98 taxi home from Paddington to Reading. Come on, Danny. Unmute yourself. It's time to reveal it. You're with friends here. Unburden this.
So basically, like, I haven't been into London for quite some time because of the COVID and all that. But normally,
either, but sounds it.
I know. But normally, like, trains out of Paddington are like well past 1 o'clock. So I thought, I won't be a problem. I'll get out. It'll be a doddle. Fucking hell, was it a doddle? So like, got as far as Paddington, and I was like, we are fucked here. So Uber. All the way home. Yeah, not great.
But I knew it, cunts.
Is that what the bear is named after?
£98, man. That's one headache this morning for old Danny for Bellew of the Week nomination. Don't worry.
Was you even drunk?
Oh, I was sobered up by that point, mate. Believe me.
As soon as he told you the price, I'd say you're sobered up, all right.
No wonder, mate. You probably need to bend your arse out of the fucking taxi bonnet to get fucking pay that shit off, man.
To be honest with you, I felt fingered when I got in, so yeah.
Okay.
Lucky you, Danny. Lucky you. There's a nomination for Bellew of the Week from Danny for himself. David Coleman got in touch at the Asylum Bellew of the Week channel, nominated Adam Schmidt. Virgil Ortiz has no defence and Conor Benn has very good accuracy and can be slick at times. If Robles can implement defence into Virgil's skill set, then I'd say Virgil could win. But as of right now, Conor beats him easily. The Fiend boxing. Talk about Fiend there, Andy. Conor beats Virgil easily, apparently.
Yeah, apparently it does so, but, Conor Benn's on commentary last night talking about what's good for other fighters' careers, but when fans, for example, discuss what's good for Conor's career, it's like, he's not ready for that, mate. Ivan Essien talking about how he's put the welterweight division on notice and calls out like fucking Robert Guerrero, Adrian Brunner, who's like just off the back end of coke binge and fucking rehab, like a homeless bum. Fucking hell, man. Just get in the ring and fight somebody. Who, by the way, it's going to be Chris Van Heerden that we're here next as well.
Oh,
So we'll wait and see. But clearly, I think Eddie's going to be pushing this guy as like the pay-per-view star as such. I think in that, but he's under pressure actually because if he loses Ben, Joshua gets beaten his next fight.
he's under pressure. He's struggling. Matthew Russell's not
Under
struggling
pressure.
though. No comment. He's dropped in a
No,
fiver here. This is his body of work. Thanks for that fiver on the super chats, Matthew. Very much appreciated. Let's have a look what else we've got here. Bellew of the Week nominated from our friend Take Ames of chat fame and also of interviewing fame. One of the best interviewers around, if not the best, in my opinion, is Take Ames. But fighter facts, according to Boxing King Media, it's a tough night for Jorgelina Giannini going in against Ellie Scotney for the vacant WBA Super Bantamweight title. And then later on in the evening, going in against Johnny Fisher. Why not get battered twice for the price of one for Miss Giannini? I think they made a bit of a mistake on the rundown there. Good spot from Ames. Thomas Carty making a fight announcement. Delighted to announce I've been added to the Mick Conlan versus Lee Wood card. Big shout out to my manager, Dillian White, for the opportunity, blah, blah, blah. Mikey Sanchez, nominated by Mick Shenzi and friend of the pod, Kevin Byrne. This card is frigging stacked of top fights, says Mikey. I think this may go down as the best fight card in ages. Move aside Don King, 90 years young, Andy. He might be dying, but this is the best fight card in ages, according to Mikey Sanchez. Couldn't tell you what else was on it, but Conlan Wood is on the main event.
Yeah. So who's this guy Tom Carty fighting?
No idea. No opponent has been named as of yet, I don't think. But no doubt they'll put him in against somebody handy.
Well, I would say that the most positive thing to come out of this, at least Thomas McCarty? Carty?
Yeah.
At least he's managed to locate Dillian White because Frank Warren can't.
Where's he hiding? Do you think? Where's he hiding?
Behind his lawyer, I think. The sounds. So he's got to the He's got to the 19th, which I think's next Saturday. I think it is Friday, Saturday. I think.
Mm-hmm.
To
Well,
sign
it's
the
a
contract.
Saturday, innit? Because the card.
Aye. He's got to sign the contract. If not, all bets are off.
This is seriously like when we got to see Floyd against Canelo along with Matisse against Danny Garcia. You know, you're up there card.
Not quite, but let me tell you, Ozzy, this is the card. Let me see if you agree with the statement of Mr. Sanchez, the best card. You've got Gary Cully going against Miguel Vasquez, Terry Harper against Heather Hardy, Jorge David Castaneda against Kid Galahad, Kevin Ajarko against TBA, and Sandy Ryan in a question mark times 2 rounds against Erika Annabella Farias. Gets me buzzing.
I recognise that name,
I mean,
Farias.
I'm glad I'm sat down because it's that good. I would have collapsed at the quality of it. I mean, fuck me. You know, what a card. You know, Mikey Sanchez, you know, hiding behind, who the fuck is that in his profile picture? Yeah, clearly hasn't got a fucking clue. I mean, the amusing thing is that he's gone Bellew over the fact that Thomas Carty being added to it means it is now frigging stacked and it makes it one of the best cards of the decade. Thomas Carty will probably fight some absolute no mark, some like fucking cabbage, and it'll make it, one of the best cards in the decade. These idiots just haven't got a fucking clue. That they are clueless, and I don't even know how to describe them really. You know, apart from just repeatedly insulting them numerous times because. You know, it's decent. You know, I think it's fairly solid if you're into women's boxing. There's a couple of fights on there that, you know, like might excite you. But overall, you know, it's decent. But fuck me, fight card in decades. This guy's not got a fucking clue.
Well, hang on. Let me add a twist to it.
Ooh.
So, we all know Sandy Ryan's views on the Falklands. It just so happens that her next opponent is from Argentina. Something to be said. Falklands.
El Diego.
La Pantera.
So
ones on Andy, lob off the balcony.
Mate, listen, I will talk to you about that one actually at a later date. But Mon's on. I'm a big fan of the old El Cocaine.
Cocaine.
Aye, there he is. There's the man. I was just thinking, what was her comments about the Argentinian or the Falkland situation, by the way? Because
we'll never forget.
Exactly.
That was it.
It needs to be justice for that Royal, by the way. They got destroyed, and for Simon Weston's face. So we need to get this sorted out.
Was it Ricky Gervais or that had the joke about the way that that your military advantage over Argentina was basically the equivalent of like holding a midget out at arm's length and repeatedly kicking him in the testicles?
Oh dear. Right, let's move on, shall we? Ian, Captain Chunk has nominated Conor McGregor, Tyson Fury, rapping Rob Kelly. They're going back and forward. Joe Joyce's name's getting mentioned here. Are you sitting back with a bit of popcorn, Rob, to this Fury versus McGregor feud?
Yeah, jeez, I didn't know anything about this. Up the Joyce's, Big Joe. You bottled it with Billy Joe there. What were you doing there? You left him Versace twat. You done nothing. The Mac Daddy tonight in Miami D12 Bahamas Sky Juice. I don't know. McGregor's tweets are kind of and social media posts lately are kind of along the lines of fucking they're a bit. I don't want to say he's taking his cue from Cleverly, but he's up there. You know that way?
Makes Isaac Lowe look like Tolstoy, doesn't he?
But I tell you what, forget about Jake Paul and all these guys that can fucking generate pay-per-view money. If fucking Tyson Fury and Conor McGregor made in a straightener with Big Joe Joyce fucking showing fair play, that's fucking gonna fucking absolutely batter any other pay-per-view numbers, let me tell you. So yeah, up the Joyces.
I don't know
all the traveler community, by the way, not taking particular sides in any of them.
My son betcha.
I don't know about you guys, but Versace twat is in my vocabulary officially. That's fucking great.
So I think if you
Versace
look
twat, amazing.
Versace twat. So if you look at that under the dictionary, you're looking at some sort of like fucking gay guy with a piano. I tell you what.
Rufus Wainwright?
Liberace, is that Liberace?
Liberace, I think you're thinking.
Liberace.
Was that the guy? Is the Father Ted joke where Dougal says, "Who was that guy? Ted was so good at fashion, they killed him."
Classic Father Ted. Here we are, Jeremiah Plenty, the second. That's plenty. Do you remember last time when a young talented boxer lost at the Olympics, then became the greatest boxer ever? 50-0, 4 different weight classes, and one of the richest athletes in the world. At Shakur Stevenson. Hashtag I've seen this before. And Mad Scorpion says Floyd got to 50-0 because he fought leftovers, boxers that didn't go the distance his entire career. He only fought 3 undefeated boxer in 20-year career. Floyd, the leftover man, all-time cherry picker. Getting nominated there, Rob, from Hands of Stone, the all-time cherry picker.
Who could argue with the fucking Hands of Stone, man? If he says it, then that's what it is. You know what I mean? Shakur Stevenson needs to stop with this as well, by the way. Everybody, all these fighters fucking Devin Haney's another one, isn't he? Anytime they could draw a parallel between them and Floyd, they'll post it on social media. Just fucking do it. If you're going to be the next Floyd Mayweather, just go and fucking do it. Stop fucking... What's that 6 exclamation marks? Yeah. Look at me, I'm just like Floyd, exclamation marks. Angry ones. Fuck off, like. Go and fight. But yeah. I think Shakur Stevens is a great fighter. I don't think he's going to emulate Floyd's career somehow.
Floyd, high bar. Ronnie Hussein, sorry I haven't dropped a tip lately. We'll be back on it. Get back on it. Make sure you do, Ronnie. Good to see you in the chat there. Joseph Ajayo is having a bit of beef with Bryce back and forward. Bryce, or whatever you are called, refrain from following me, otherwise you won't like what will happen to you. Last warning, says the doctor. He's going to start throwing bombs at Bryce. It's getting personal. It's getting tougher over on the Twitter land. We shall move on before we get involved in this one. Arthur Day, and that's Brian King, has nominated Ryan at RyanST16_. Met my idol today, Bosch. Which one's he referring to here, Andy? Eddie's there down in the bottom. We've got the blonde bomber. Not sure who the other ones are.
The one at the top right is Johnny Fisher's dad, I'm sure.
Right,
is that Johnny Fisher in the bottom left there, I think, possibly?
Oh, there you are.
They know who's that dickhead in the right there, actually, the bottom right picture.
Is that the Botox Lego sex doll?
Oh, there we go. That's who it is, mate. What's happened with the fucking Dulux and the fucking beard he's got there, man? He needs to get that washed out.
These days, the sex doll is just rattling. Everywhere you go, it's just rattling.
And by the way, Bosch, he fucking, what do you call him? James English has even had her on the podcast, man. James fucking English. Fucking hell, man.
Steve, I've got to make an apology.
Oh, yes.
I got to make an apology. So I did text the Boxing Nutters messenger group while I was at the fight and said that Miss Bridges was in sight, and should I get a photo with her? Obviously, a lot of people asked for it, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So sorry.
Why not? Come on.
I'll get accused of all sorts by you lot, so that's a good start. That's a good reason not to.
Here's be your old man, mate. Fuck everybody
So I
else.
just gone up to her and said, "So I see you have some tattoos." She would have fucking been all over that, man.
Can I see the finish, mate?
See the finish, mate?
So tell us about the tattoos, Ebony.
Only if you were wearing your sunglasses inside.
I'll snort that ink off your legs, bitch.
Well, what about snorting this ink? Joe Calzaghe picture. He's got a fine pair on him. A
Fucking
Kimu
hell.
Ambi by portrait has been nominated by Cedric Sniff. Now I'm going to say, look, when it comes to these pictures and stuff, we have a bad
Yeah,
record
Yeah,
with
but
these
yeah,
over
exactly. Aye.
pictures.
Who's the
This,
author?
this guy, I was looking at his record. I was
Who's the
looking at his other drawings, and he is a good drawer. They're hit and miss. Maybe not so much hit with the Calzaghe one here, but some of the other ones are good, Rob. So I think it's fair.
This one
game
is
to
more-
award him.
Can I
More
just
hit and
ask-
miss. This is more photo fit and miss. This one is.
Yeah. Can I just ask a question? Is he an Everton fan? The guy who drew this picture.
No, it's not.
Right, okay, he's a dickhead.
Calzaghe was a little loose in the chest area. He really didn't have, like,
Yeah,
pecs, I
and
guess.
he didn't have the type of biceps. He didn't have the
You could
guns on
feed
Kiss
the
the
flesh
muscles.
with them.
Kiss the
Fucking
muscles
hell.
is looking broody in that one, isn't he?
Yeah.
No lips. It's just waiting for the fucking Crime Stoppers music to come in. Don't remember, sleep tight. Do, 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 do.
Jack WD in the chat that says that he drew it in Welsh.
Have you ever thought that? You ever thought that, like, for one
Looks like a
year,
long train station.
just
long word.
it would be great for just 1 year in a courtroom to have the person that does caricatures at the beach doing the courtroom drawings. I think that would put a whole different mood into murder trials.
No, you know what they need? Ozzy, do you remember that guy who used to draw boxing pictures and then work got a bit tough and he started drawing pictures of like people shagging and all and like
Oh, aye,
Come
I
on,
who was
God,
that? Who was
yeah.
that?
God, those really like
Recently.
explicit pictures. He was like
Recently.
blokes shagging women up the arse and like really
Aye,
random
who was
stuff,
it?
wasn't he?
Who was it?
Oh,
Let's not do it on the couch.
I can't remember.
Aye, blame it on the dog.
I'll find out. I'll find out now. I'll find out now. I
Oh,
think
he's
John
quite well known,
John
isn't he?
Evans on the room.
He's quite well known, isn't he?
I thought it was Donny.
7 years, exactly.
He took 7 years to get there, though.
7 years. 7 years to draw that picture it took him. Anyway, let's move on.
Who the
Lions
fuck
in the
is that?
camp. Mystic SZN says Frank Warren and Bob Arum are the past. Eddie Hearn and Jake Paul are the future boxing promotion.
Killing Art, that's who it was, mate. Killing Art.
All right, okay, there you go. Couldn't remember. Killing Art. Yeah, future boxing promotion.
Fuck, man! Like, Jake Paul's hair is translucent.
Looks like he's
Okay,
having a great
Eddie.
time there.
Go and go back to look at Eddie there, mate. He's got his Botox in, he's got the fucking plugs fucking shaped back there, looking good. Either end.
You just wish you had a full head of hair and high cheekbones
Mate,
too.
do I fuck? How much money and time did Eddie put into that hair? Obviously, I don't know how much hair plugs cost. Must cost a couple of grand at least, right? I'm fucking au natural. He's fucking unnatural. What the fuck?
It's a business expense if you know how to work your
Exactly.
taxes.
Women still find me sexy, man. Fucking Eddie's got to fucking pay for his.
Yeah,
Patrick Killian Art, by the way, boys, is the drawer.
That's
It's
the
not Art Man who's got iced off Twitter,
He
by the
got
way.
ice
Art
on
Man.
Twitter. Aye, the Mexicans called him out last night and he took the bait, mate.
Is that what it
Poor
was?
Art
Right?
Man.
Beautiful to see.
R.I.P. Art Man. Next one here. Just Les says, if DAZN goes pay-per-view, I'm not buying it and I'm cancelling. I can stream their fights for free anyway. I only pay because it's reasonable. And then Fat Dan
Grass.
gets jumped in with a load of alerts. Hey, DAZN Boxing, might want to look into theft here. That's bad form from
Grass.
down there, Andy.
Big grass.
A fucking
that?
tout. An absolute tout. That's what he is. But
They must be
he's
giving him a
recently-
coupon for a free Big Mac every time you report someone.
Yeah,
nah, mate, it doesn't matter. He's a tout.
the fat cunt. Yeah, he's a fat cunt, mate. He can fuck off. I don't know why he's doing that.
Yeah,
He's
exactly. You better
He's
watch
been on
it.
the DAZN bandwagon for a little while now, hasn't he? Tweeting out all sorts, just left, right, and centre.
I'm going to keep names quiet and off the air here, but I've had people within Sky, BT, professional fighters actually DM me or have their mates DM me asking for links, right? So they're at it as well. So we're all fraternity here. We're all brothers at the end of the day and that. So
He's all
Fat
up in
Dan
arms
here are
about this.
Fucking grass.
He's all up in arms about someone stealing and his own subscription, but you know, he's fine, like interviewing all the MTK fighters. That's fine. Who are a great bunch of lads.
100% agree with him, Rob.
Yeah, exactly.
Aye.
And he should interview them. I'm just saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing wrong there. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here either. Here's Bunsey. Steve Bunt's boxing correspondent.
I remember where that was it. That was an interview Nigel Benn did way back, obviously. Fucking hell,
Holy
man.
fuck, man. He looks like the lost member of the Young Ones. Doesn't he?
He looks like a distraught Jeremy Clarkson.
It looks like Boris Johnson after he has to change his hair color and to get it with
Before
high
the
from
weight gain as
everybody.
well. Before
Look
the
at
weight gain.
fucking Bonds. Look at him.
It's what kind of what kind of style is that? Is it short top and a long sides? I don't.
Well, that's
Hey,
It's
it's either that or do the Shield's hairline. What would you do, Rob?
Well, I wouldn't sit in the chair and say, give me the long back and sides anyway.
I walk in and I say 00. That's all I walk in for. That's all I say. 00, baby.
Hold on, see.
Who are these cowards that are finding old pictures of Steve Bunce? Cowards.
I know. Going back 30 years to find them to.
Sad bastards.
Fuck's
sad
sake,
bastards.
get a
Get a
life.
fucking life.
Get a life. Mighty Max says Tony Bellew is hilarious and so naturally likable. Should definitely be in the Hall of Fame. Joe Kennedy.
He's at it there. He's at it, Mighty
He's
Max.
got to be,
He's
hasn't
at it.
he?
Mr. Personality.
Was Bellew X from the Zone last night? Because I didn't see him doing the things with.
Didn't see him, Dan.
It was Rosado and Connor.
Just leave him
Connor
alone.
Benn,
All
Leave
right.
him alone. He's spending time with his wife and kids. Dan, just leave him alone, won't you?
Yeah,
Sorry,
no,
sorry. Sorry,
left
Anthony.
Once he disappear,
Fella can't have a weekend off.
Tony died.
That'll be the end of him now, like Maya Jama. We'll never see him again. Right, anyway.
Well,
Blonde
see her
Bomber
again.
has been
Speak for yourself.
nominated on Boxing 420 UK. I'm nominating thirsty alleged boxing fans. Blonde Bomber tweeted out, look who snuck into my bed tonight. Bloody Levy Steffi. Big Jurassic says,
Jesus.
chat about last night's boxing and how Usyk will do against Fury, then pillow fight in your pants as standard, I'm guessing. Fuck's sake, don't let us all down. And then Jimmy says, I wish I could sneak into your bed, not for sleep either. And then Banjo Split kind of went one above and beyond. He said, fucking strap one on and smash one into her then. don't want to see any of that muffin out rubbish. Get balls deep. What a romantic.
Jesus Christ almighty, man.
Well, there's no
Rob's
couth
just
left in
like
the
pushing
world.
a ladder there, by the way.
There's no couth left in the world.
What? OnlyFans is still an option then.
Against that Facebook group.
Yeah.
Into the Ebony Bridges Facebook group, what?
I actually had one. I'll come back to it. I have one for. Let me see if I can WhatsApp it to you quickly, Steve. For my nominations.
I'll try and get it.
Excuse me, sir. This is Twitter, not a chatterbait line.
Right. Andy, you sent me this one. Who did it better? Chris Lloyd and this gentleman. That looks like someone going up to Ebony, I think, there, Andy.
that pitch on the right hand side is one of those pictures that get taken in the nightclubs and that when there's like parties going on or whatever and that.
Right.
So as you can see, the young lady on the right's got fake tan up their neck on their knuckles, not type of thing. I forget who the female on the left is. It's an Australian boxer. What's her name again?
Sky Nicholson.
Anyway, Chris Lloyd done pretty well last night. Not to look at her cleavage because it was pretty well exposed. So well done to Chris Lloyd for bypassing that, and not being a typical toxic alpha male, basically.
Yeah.
No time
Down
for
with that
toxic-
sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no time for toxic alpha males on this show.
Who's got the bigger tits, though? Chris Lloyd or that woman?
The Joe Calzaghe portrait.
It's all kicking off in. It's all kicking off in Clev's household. Ricky Graville sending a King
guy.
Clev update.
Yeah.
He's
Is he praying? Is he seriously praying there or what's going on?
Yeah, he's
no idea
praying.
what is going on.
He's in front of the fucking God Squad channel on fucking Sky on his knees playing the bearded man asking for a favour. They fucking save his dog.
I think he might have converted to Islam and he's tripping out and thinks his dog is a prayer rug.
I don't know, man. The dog is out of it anyway. And he's like,
Move, Sparky, move.
I think the dog obviously must have found the fucking stash of fucking weed and just chewed right through it. And just passed right
The dog's just cut £10 nice and easy, and
well, mate, he's not going to be up at the count of 10 in the fucking statement like that.
You're up at 8. The dog is up at 8.
In fact, it looks like a bitch here, actually, considering the been teats here, so it must be a bitch.
Is he sacrificing the dog?
oh, it's all crackers. Right, Rob, I've got yours come through here. Let's look at it live and exclusively here.
Here we go.
Sebastian Maru. Hi, boxing fans. I'm doing some research on how Ebony Bridges' brand experience influences the intention to watch her fights. I'd really appreciate if you could fill out this short survey. 5 minutes. Retweet. Much appreciated. Promoted tweet, Rob. Where'd you find this one?
Well, it was promoted, obviously, so it was fucking somewhere in
Did
the
you fill this out?
algorithm. Between me, no, I didn't. I thought I'd throw it to the listeners, so I think you could see the guy's fucking Twitter handle there. So why don't you go onto his Twitter profile and engage him? He's obviously for some fucking what does he want to know? Like, yeah, exactly. So he wants to know, will anybody who's maybe suggesting that Ebony Bridges straps up, how interested they are in her fights, basically. That he wants to see what the correlation is between the perverts that follow around Ebony Bridges and pay-per-view numbers. I'm sure there's method to his madness somewhere. I can't see what he's trying to achieve from this, but maybe the listeners could help him out and fill out their quick survey.
Well, I certainly know if we forward it on, the Gad would like to respond.
He write a fucking dissertation. He get around and get a thesis instead of a fucking survey. Muhammad Ali.
Leave it to 12 pages, please, Gad. That's all we need. And finally, this one has come in. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about this one, but we'll see where we end up.
Then we go on holiday, Jamie. That's
Jamie McDonald. Lovely day trip today around Auschwitz. Opens your eyes a lot. A few selfies.
I'm just thinking there, right? So he's
what was on his mind, man?
Well, the thing is, Robbie, he's got the earphones and clearly talking about the time when some poor Jewish person got put on the slab, had his teeth pulled out before he got put in the fucking fire, and they're standing like, let's have a fucking selfie. Fuck me.
Like, honestly, man, everything don't have to go on social media. Put it that way. Right? Sometimes you can just visit a place or have to take a picture just to show that you were there. That's probably a good example. That's as much as I could say about this topic.
I mean, it's not classy to take a picture of yourself at sites at Auschwitz. It's even less classy to have a shit-eating grin on your face when you're taking pics at Auschwitz like that. Like, it's like right next to the gas chambers. OMG, still best hot dogs in Poland, in Germany. You know, like...
Stop him now.
I know Jamie was going through a bad time with the missus. I don't know if this is his baby mama, for example, but if it is, what a hell of a holiday to fucking patch it up with by. Let's go to fucking Auschwitz. Fuck me.
We'll leave that one. Back to Ebony and the Gad pretty quickly. That's all the ones I've got, but that's probably more than enough for this week. We've had a good laugh, haven't we? Let's see what the boys have got. Matthew, starting with you, what have you got for Bellew of the Week, episode 461?
I had something, but I lost it. Come back to me and see if I can find where the shit I wrote that down here.
Can't guarantee we'll come back, Matty. You know what my head's like, but I'll try my best. Andy, anything from you?
Yeah, I've got a few, mate. Jamal Charlo doing everything he can to duck fights, getting arrested for battering his fucking family or household members. I believe he got arrested the other day there. Was it the 12th, I think it was? Yesterday, I think it was. At 10 in the morning for smacking the shit out of somebody. So Jamal needs to quell that anger a wee bit and just fucking date on the ring.
They said he beat up someone in his family. Was it Jermel or Jamal? Did he beat up? Was it the other one?
Jamal.
So was he beat up someone in the family? I'm wondering, was it the brother? I don't think he has much to be worried about, man. Like, I think boxers normally get off pretty good on the assault charges. It's when you cross the world and into something more sinister, you get a bit, you're tight. So look at Kovalev, like. Kovalev had about 4 fucking pay-per-view fights where he was up on charges for fucking smacking ones around on airplanes and all that. People don't give a shit about that, man. He'll be all right. Charlo will be back fighting again. Uncle Al will tie that up. You see, good lawyer, he'll get off of that. Like.
Thing is, Andy, though, like I said to Rob, it's a pity they don't let their hands go as frequently in the ring.
Yeah, exactly.
These boys what they do outside.
This is the fucking thing. And I wanted to bring up Ryan Garcia just off the back end of this. He's got a nomination as well for all the shit that he's talking recently after saying that, you know, he split for Team Canelo because he wanted independence, wanted his own gym, wants to build a better brand. This fucking dude's got some nerve. He's fought 4 times in 4 years. He's fucking talking about building a brand. Fucking fight. Then you can build a brand, you cunt. You're saying, like, say, for example, I think it's time. It's like having your own apartment. You get tired of renting, so you want to go and get your own place. No, dude, it's not like that. You're a fucking boxer.
He's a prick, isn't he? Like, I was all on the Ryan Garcia hype train after the Campbell fight, and I was like, yes, let's get these fucking fights made. He's talking that shit about Gervonta. Let's get him in there. Like, make these fights happen. And then I thought back, remember he fucking made contract with Golden Boy through a big strop as well, didn't he, on YouTube, and had he renegotiated his terms with Oscar, like, pretty much through the media. He's had a mental health break, which I'm not against. Obviously, everybody fucking has. Jesus Christ, man. The amount of fucking nervous breakdowns I'm almost after having, I can't even count them. So I can empathize with anybody that's going through something. But I honestly think that it's all a bit disingenuous, the way he plays it out on social media. And I think there may be a party lifestyle that he's hiding there to the public in a major way. And that's because Canelo made some comments about him, didn't he? Like saying, like, we were all big Ryan Garcia fans, but we want to see him do it in the ring. If there was genuine mental health stuff going on there, I don't think Canelo would make comments like that. Like, I don't think he's that kind of character. I think he was reading between the lines there. I think there was something more to that. Like, so Goosen is a strange choice, I think, for me, as a replacement for Reynoso as well, by the way. But for a fighter like Ryan Garcia, he would have been the last trainer I would have thought he'd go to. Not that he's not a good trainer, but
he's going on about, like, say, he wants to be like, he's becoming a strong man. He's making his own decisions. That's the bottom line. You need to respect that. He's not a kid. This type of bollocks, not. I think he even said something along the lines. He felt like his brand can hold up just like Floyd Mayweather's. I mean, fucking hell. Floyd Mayweather's brand compared to fucking Ryan Garcia. Now, I know Floyd's getting sued a fair bit these days, and that. I know Jake Paul's or Logan Paul's got him in the thing of that, but come on, your legacy is built in the fucking ring. What happens outside of that, you build off what you do, your success in the ring. You can't fucking do it. This is the fucking problem with these kids nowadays. They think because they've got like 1 million, 2 million followers on Instagram, fucking whatever it is, they think they're stars. You go fucking Dave Haney and Teofimo Lopez arguing at ringside about fucking how many followers I've got. I'm like, dude,
I used to think that too. But really what it is we're dinosaurs, because nothing's real anymore. Money's not real. It's fucking magic beans. Fucking JPEGs are worth money now. The metaverse is
more
a
than
fucking
4
real
channels,
thing.
Rob.
Yeah, where people can't buy land that doesn't exist in a fucking virtual. So what the fuck do we know? You know what I mean? Ryan Garcia is supposed to be saying maybe he's getting a gym in the metaverse.
And
we don't know.
The Baby Shark song has 10 billion views on YouTube, and Jack the Ripper doesn't have 1 million on Spotify, Rob. What the fuck is that?
All right, relax. We're close enough. 3/4 of a million.
You can have another breakdown.
I know. Let's push that shit, listeners. Let's push that shit.
I've got one more, Steve, and it's for Robert Easter Jr. for getting involved in a bit of a dispute that ended up in him being shot and put in hospital, but he's going to survive. But apparently someone tried to steal his gold chains and rings and cell phone before fleeing the scene. So,
do you think maybe Robert Easter Jr. could be accused of not moving so smart as a professional athlete?
Well, I'm just thinking that I was looking for comments within the police witness statements about Adrian Broner being present, but he wasn't there. So
I swear he got shot 3 times, didn't he?
Maybe it was twin, possibly. I don't know.
This is just another example of him failing to win because he didn't get off first.
Well, who could have seen this one ending badly for Robert Easter Jr. when he used to go to his fights and see the entourage consisted of Broner and another 20 like-minded individuals shouting him on, and like, you needed to get away from Broner, didn't he? Robert Easter Jr. was a good fighter, man. He could have been a lot better. And associating with AB, I don't know if that's the fucking right move. So who knows what kind of moves he was making. You have to watch yourself, professional fighters, and remember, if you're wearing something that's fucking people could go feed their family with, maybe don't be out at 2 a.m. at the gas station with it on you. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to fucking try and advise you. I don't live in your world. Like, but,
Well said. Good advice there. Andy, is that all of yours?
That's my mate. On you go.
Excellent. Ozzy, any from you?
Yeah, one for DAZN, actually. So the on the app, which I've been flagged to because I don't own the app due to I access it from other resources.
Don't tell Dan Raphael.
No, God, no. Fat Dan would be all over trying to grasp me up, the fat idiot. But anyway, no, so DAZN on the Felix Cash fight from last night, they have put up the highlights, but have removed the knockdowns against Felix Cash.
Those bitches.
So, I mean, basically the best bits of the fight they've removed. They've just completely removed the knockdowns for Felix Cash. So they've put up. It's basically North Korean style. That they've removed anything negative against their home.
I was going to say who's running the fucking social media channels. Hess.
It's like Sam Egginton when he left Sky. They took down all of his wins and left up all of his losses on YouTube.
Hamler's been on the account.
One for DAZN.
Good stuff, Danny. Any from you, sir?
Yeah, just just Conor Benn for me, just talking shit constantly, like, and it just goes to show, like, he's trying to get a potential fight with Eubank, and then he's promoters talking about Chris Van Heerden, you know what I mean? It's just a load of tosh in it. So yeah, just Conor Benn for me.
I put it out last night. I said Conor Benn was punting last night, and he was talking about domestic dance partners for Felix Cash, and he referenced Liam Smith and Chris Eubank Jr. Yet, when it comes to him, or came to him fighting domestic opponents, Ben and his team completely dismissed it. So it's talk about, you want one thing for your own stable, mate, but when it comes to you doing the same thing, you completely dismiss it. So yeah, I echo the Conor Benn nomination there, because for being Conor Benn, basically.
Literally echo it. Oz, what's going on in the background there?
That's what I was going to say. Oz, are you close to me by any chance? You sound like you're very fucking nearby.
Fields of
It's
Wexford.
not me.
I think that was bouncing off Danny.
It was Danny Young. I was going to say it wasn't me, that.
He was transmitting the broadcast back to the mothership.
Transmission. Translucent. Transgender. Danny, you done a nomination, didn't you, Dan?
Yeah, Conor Benn and a transgender.
Oh God, we're gonna get
Gotta get us banned.
We're gonna get it.
No.
Next
Kenny
next
Keith
podcast live on fucking BitChute.
Kenny Keith got thrown off speaker tonight, he was saying, and I heard during the week one of the other pods got their Discord server completely knocked down, so it's only a matter of time, isn't it? Might as well enjoy it while we're here. Last days of Caligula.
I remembered my nomination, Steve.
Not how I fucking envisaged the last days of Caligula, by the way, on the fucking pod with 6 U's. Jesus Christ.
All I know is I'm not gonna go to the island with the farm animals and my cousins. That ain't gonna happen. Fucking no Caligula.
Is that your nomination?
No Caligula shit for this guy though. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not for all Italians. I hate these stereotypes, Steve. Hate them. But it was.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Hey,
hey,
there was no one else around, so there was no horse. Hey,
what are you gonna do about it?
Anyway,
what are you gonna do about it?
My nomination would be also from the DAZN broadcast, but it would be for Gabe Rosado, who was visibly frustrated after seeing that decision when he put in a better shout for Beanie Jacobs than Ryder did, and he had to watch it happen and the guy get a potential title shot off of that.
I'll tell you what, though.
That fringe was outrageous, man. She would get fucking. He deserves to get robbed for that fringe.
Gabe Rosado, though, came out and said after it, now Danny Jacobs know what it feels like to get robbed, because I was robbed exactly against him. So I thought that was quite amusing. But a couple of other things, actually. It's not a Bellew of the Week, but a big shout out to Big Max, part of Team Porky Promotions, who went to Estonia and won on his professional debut. I don't know if it was via points or via a stoppage. I've seen some sort of clips. Was it a knockout?
Yeah.
So yeah, Big Max, he's gone abroad, done it the hard way. Didn't go with his cut man or his corner man. No trainer yet, and he's gone there and got the stoppage win. So he'll be coming to a Hobson show near you soon to fight Cash Ali, no doubt. And then the other one I've just seen in the chat as well from Fat as a Pig Michelin Man. If we can try and get a clip of Fat Dan's chair collapsing at a press conference, that would be a good addition. So if somebody can send that video to Steve Wellings, that would be a fantastic addition next week.
Did that
I've
really
never seen
happen?
that. I've never seen that before. Fat Dan, his chair collapsing at a presser. So absolutely, I want to see that footage.
It'd be amazing to see Fat Dan stand up one day. Actually, the seat actually kind of stick to his ass at the same time.
Son of a
Mate,
bitch.
I don't mind, right? These chairs can take the weight of a fucking lot of people, but the fact that fat idiot sat down and broke the chair.
He has two chairs, Ozzy, usually, whenever I've been ringside with him.
Yeah, but mate, that makes it even worse then, that the fucking two chairs have collapsed and the fucking... fuck me. And he has just collapsed the chairs. My God, that is some effort, that. And he's made no effort to lose any weight either. It's not as if, all right. I mean, if it was me and I'm sitting down on a chair and it collapses because I am that fat, I'd be doing everything I can to lose weight. And the fat punk has just put more weight on.
Can someone out there do
a lot of fat shaming going on this pod tonight, guys? You know what I mean? Fuck's
Could
sake.
someone do a compilation of Ozzy's best rants and put it into one? I think it'd be awesome.
They're not as frequent since Dave Allen retired. He was really fucking get his back up, didn't he, Dave Allen? Maybe
tell you what-
Sticky Levi or
I'll tell
whatever
you what,
she'll
though,
take his place.
Since the goat has come to UK shows though with that fucking hairline, then they have made a comeback though, haven't they?
You're gonna get
Poor
a
Goat.
challenge to be Bobby Riggs.
Right. Who hasn't thrown in? Rob, you haven't thrown in, have you?
No, just the guy who's doing the fucking research on Ebony Bridges' impact on her social media fans compared to her pay-per-view buys. It's the info I needed anyway. I wanted to find out more about. So make sure you fill out that questionnaire for that geezer. Eddie as well. Ethan Ed, how are you, pal? I don't know. I'm sure you spoke about it. I got on ladies a bit. Seems a bit. There's something wrong with him, isn't it? It's not his usual jovial self over the last couple of weeks.
Wonder why.
I don't know, but I heard from a reliable
I think
source.
Warren's getting into him anyway.
Very reliable source in the game. Guy called, little known guy, you might know, might have heard of him, Michael Benson, has broken news that the Haney is no longer an option for Cambosis. So that's kind of, it's a bit of a run he's on at the moment for not delivering these big fights that he's talked up now. You know, obviously it's not his fault, so it's not going to be his fault. Like, it's going to be Cambosis Senior's fault, Cambosis Junior's fault, Lomachenko's fault, Bob Aaron's fault, Frank Warren's fault, Umar's fault. Yeah, so I don't know. Even Ed, I think you just need to relax a bit, dude. You know what I mean? Chill out. Don't be getting so fucking ruffled. Don't be letting your feathers get so ruffled. It's not good for business. So hopefully, you know, something happens in the boxing world in the next couple of weeks where we get a fight made, and then he might cheer up a little bit. But it's been a grim run for Ed. Even Ed.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. We should really start a Twitter campaign when Cambosis' next fight is announced to get Father Dave on the undercard.
He's a priest, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be some fight.
But honestly, you know, we get a bit carried away. Sometimes we give Ed a bit too much, and we say, you know, Ed is unscrupulous and he's a liar. But at the end of the day, all the promoters are unscrupulous and they're all liars. And at the moment, none of the fucking fights are getting made. So I don't give a shit who's to blame. Just somebody get it fucking sorted, and then we can fucking crack on with talking about what we're supposed to be talking instead of talking about these fucking idiots and their turtlenecks.
Well said. No more turtlenecks. Right, let's pick who we've. Oh, there's a good couple there, Andy, tonight. Jeremy McDonald's a strong one. The Ebony, I like the Ebony tweets coming back and forward. Who are you going for, Andy?
I am going for Jimmy McDonald, mate. That was absolutely fantastically outrageous to see all the fucking. I actually sat and read every reply that he got to these messages. Tremendous outrage. I loved it. Absolutely loved it, mate. You know, the guy's had a hard time, mate, recently. He's not been seeing his daughter. He's had problems with substance abuse. And because we're in a holiday, takes a wee selfie with his missus. You know, so let him be happy.
This isn't
Be
begging
happy.
him for forgiveness.
Look at the dog, man.
He's my saviour.
Right, Jeremy McDonald. Oz, who are you going for?
Yeah, it's got to be Jamie McDonald. I mean, fuck me. He's made national headlines now. I think the Sun have covered
Yes,
it. Just
the
slamming
Oh,
him
really?
for the-
Aye.
Yeah, the Sun-
Mainstream.
yeah, he's. I mean, I wouldn't mind as well. He's meant absolutely nothing by it either. He's
I
just
know.
uploaded harmless pictures saying, you know, we're here at Auschwitz, and the comments he got, you know,
Fucking hell, man. That's just terrible.
you're,
You talk about cancel culture.
you're celebrating my dead relatives and stuff like that. I just think, fuck me.
He's going to
He
be
he
publicly
meant
shamed
nothing
now,
by
isn't he?
it. He meant
He's-
nothing by it at all. But
His
yeah.
career's fucked. He's got no comebacks. He's got no TV deal. They're going to disown him now, mate. He's fucked.
But yeah, he's
I
made the Daily Mail, and the Sun, and the Daily Star as well.
Oh, so all the big hitters are out here, is it?
Yeah. Boxer Jamie McDonald deletes inappropriate Auschwitz pictures after fan backlash. So yeah, he may have to delete the pictures, but he can get an award for deleting the pictures.
Danny, who are you going for?
I can't go for Jamie McDonald. I couldn't even take a picture of Auschwitz without just your normal picture. Never mind a selfie. But so it's a bit bit close to the bone, that one. So yeah, gonna avoid that. I'd like to go for Adam Smith, but I think that was last week. So I do like the ducking and weaving there from the weirdo himself. But for me this week, it's got to be asking Ebony Bridges to whack a strap on and go balls deep on that young lass. That's the one.
Yes, yes, I am with him.
That's 2 for that. I'm going for that too. What about you, Matty? You going for that as well?
Yes, yes. If that guy trying to direct an Ebony Bridges porno through Twitter is a fucking creepy
Yeah.
individual.
Calm down, pal. It's not Babe Station. Shut the fuck out.
Right, 2 for Jamie, 3 for Ebbs. Could be all riding on you, rapping Roberto. Who are you going for?
Yeah, we go for Ebbs. Why not? Like, why not? The fella who's directing Ebbs in the replies. Ebony Bridges' replies are gold, by the way. She could just say, "Cold outside tonight." And everyone's like, "I wouldn't mind cuddling up with you," and I don't mean just for cuddling either. By the way, you know what I mean? I mean having sex
That's
with
just
you.
the gag.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to penetrate you.
Congratulations, Ebony. You are the Bellew of the Week winner for episode 461. Yeah, the boys have sent me pictures of